Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the show in the live stream and the after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench, which is right below In Memory of Our Friends. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. Now, if you happen to come to Stunthangar Forum and you can't see the link at the bench, that's either because you're either not logged in or you're not registered. So you need to make sure you're logged in if you're a regular visitor to the forum. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com, like I said earlier. But when you register, you must put a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunthangar will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in and just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box over here. I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And I understand sometimes I can't get a word in myself. So be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can do that during a live stream. So like I said, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host or the many building videos, I guess Saturday at John's, not on a weekly basis like I used to, but and also the contest coverage that Sparky covers. If you enjoy all that and find that informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, and share the videos, comments on the videos. All those activities help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Please consider joining Stunthangar YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. I mean, it's like the equivalent of buying a coffee at Starbucks. Now, by the way, I'm also a member myself. So I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account. So I'm not asking you to do something I'm not doing myself. I support the hobby as well as do this for the hobby as well. Now, you also can show your support by using the super chat, which is right below the chat box over here. And there you can donate any amount you like. It's not a subscription, so it's just one and done each time you do it. Now, this is Sparky's. Oh, by the way, with the YouTube channel memberships, what you get is access to member-only videos, and you have a special moniker that I can see and Sparky can see in the chat box, so we know who our supporting patrons are. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. So that's what you're getting, and plus you're supporting the hobby. Like I was saying, this is Sparky's YouTube channel. I'm only in here twice a week. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. Let me repeat that. That's Flying Control Line Stunt, and all the words, all the letters are there. And if you locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video Sparky shot with his camera of me flying his beautiful and light Junar XL. And it was orange then, and he's refinished it. Now it's white. So, I mean, it's a really good plane. I think he's even considering refinishing it a third time. So it's a very good flying plane. Now, I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. you are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family, room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link at Stunthangar Forum. Got that. And let's go there now and post this link. This is how you get into the show. It's the Stunthangar Forum. And people ask me how to get in. Well, that's how you get in. You have to register so you can find the link to be part of this Zoom meeting that we have. So I just got to go to what I call the control panel. Just bear with me for a moment here. I see there's some people already in the chat box, which is great. Let me go to the YouTube studio so I can see what's going on. So obviously we're streaming, and let me know if my volume is too low or something like that. And just another click or two. And here we go. All right. Hope everybody had a good weekend and had a chance to work in their shop or do some flying. And hopefully we can have some chit chat about that. That'd be great. So right now we have 10 concurrent viewers, 8 likes. So the 2 of you who have not hit the like button, please do that. That helps the analytics of the program. It's one reason why today's world is all about likes, right? Likes and surveys. So let me just do a few more things here and I'll be off and running. And let's see here. Got that. And did I do the other thing? Yep, that's great. Great. Let me get rid of that. And let me do this here. So just bear with me. I'm just about done. All right. So we're up to 12 viewers, 8 likes. And I see that we have Gary Sinclair in the chat box. Now he's a member of the YouTube channel. I can tell by the moniker next to his name. And he's also the monitor. He has a blue wrench. So Gary can take you out if you're misbehaving. And then Tom Rammel, he provided us a like. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. And Gerald Wimmer, he says hello, and he's also a member. Gerald Wimmer is a member, and Gary Sinclair is a member. Gerald says, hello, Charles, and all those on Stunthangar. Thank you very much. I hope you can stay tuned and get something out of this evening, you guys. And then Tom Rammel says, volume is good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So hope everybody can find the link on the Stunthangar forum, as no one's in here yet. I usually have someone pop in by now. But in the interim, I might show this again later, but I've been working a lot on this new handle I've made. I pretty much just took the metal out of the kit that Brent Williams provides, but I made it so it has finger grooves. And also, here we go, here comes John Paris. Great. And also, probably can, hey, John, how are you doing? Long time no see, and happy to see you, John.
Hey, how you doing, Charles? Can you hear me all right?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
So how you doing?
Call from me today, from South Korea.
You're calling from South Korea? Wow.
Can you see the calendar?
Oh, I noticed that. That's fantastic. Wow, that's awesome. Well, it's my first guest from South Korea, I think. Maybe we have some listeners there, but we are watchers, but you're the first person inside here from South Korea. That is great.
One of the reasons why I called, to expand your international dome.
Yes, exactly. No. Trinidad, South Korea, New Zealand, Canada, and now South Korea. That's great. Thank you very much. Let me welcome Mark Gerber real quick. Hey, Mark, thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Good, Charles. Hi, John.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Good.
There we go. I'm not used to using my phone, so I have to get the screen adjusted properly. I wasn't sure who all was on board.
No problem. I appreciate the effort to do that. So you gonna do any flying in South Korea?
Yes, I will. Saturday, the day before I leave, I'm going to go over, meet up with a friend of mine, and we're going to fly a little bit.
Oh, fantastic. So you have at least one other flyer in South Korea that flies control line, huh?
At least one. I think there's probably about 10 or 15 guys here that I used to fly with back when I was working here. I'm not sure how many are still flying these days.
Oh, that is very cool. So the place you're going to fly, is it set up just for control line, or is it a model aviation field or park? What is it? What is it, by the way?
It's just a general park. What we'll do is we'll find a parking lot that's not being used and try and go over there and fly. Trying to find a good level spot here to fly this for dedicated only for control line. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't exist where I live either. I happen to fly in a public park in the athletic fields, and I don't have official permission to fly there, but people know I'm there. The parks, I've gone to at least 2 or 3 park supervisors, and I have a relationship with the park ranger, and so I'm able to fly there. I mean, I don't have any problem, but it's not like I have the city of Escondido approval. I don't have that.
Right. I certainly like it back home where I just walk out in my backyard and fly, but it's a little more of a challenge here, but it's rewarding.
Good. So did you take a plane there, or you gonna borrow a plane? How are you gonna fly control line?
My friend Mr. Jong has a number of airplanes. I'll just borrow one of his. I'm not sure if we'll be flying gas or electric. Maybe we'll fly both. We'll have to see.
Very good. That's exciting. Hey, Mark,
go
ahead, John.
I was gonna say you gotta do it wherever you can. I went to Brazil one time for work, and I flew up because I knew they were having a contest to Sao Paulo, and Thomas Case lent me his airplane, and I was able to fly it. I didn't fly in the contest, but I was able to fly in South America as well.
Was that one of those P-51? What model was it?
I don't really recall. I think it was a Stunner. I don't think it was one of the people.
I'm thinking not only the P-51, but he also had those I forgot what they're called. It's not a Talon, but has a big canopy. I know that was a very popular plane over there. I forgot who designed it. I remember seeing a video of Wendy Wienowski, and Howard Rush was there, and Dave Fitzgerald was there. Probably that same place.
Yep.
So, Mark, I know that you've been working on your Bearcat. You make any more progress on that?
Yeah, I got some pictures, but maybe wait to show them until we get more people.
Sure, no problem. We can hang out. We can hold off to that. Absolutely.
I was on vacation last week. We were out at Steamboat Springs skiing, the whole family. That's why I did not get to VSC this year.
Yeah. Well, that's a good reason not to get to VSC, being with your family. And you didn't break any bones or anything, so.
Nope. Very
good. Yeah, I've been working on these. I was telling people about these handles I've been making. Looks like Gary Sinclair is making his way in here, and so is Stuart Morris. Stuart, welcome, Morris. Thanks for coming in. How you doing, Stuart?
Oh, good. Yeah, I said hi. Maybe you didn't hear me. So
no,
yeah,
I didn't hear you.
Doing okay. Hope to go flying tomorrow if I'm lucky.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Spring is coming.
Wind is coming?
I said spring.
Spring is coming.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Hey, Gary, how you doing, Gary?
All right.
I know you said some things to help me out, and I have not had a chance to look at them, Gary. I even had no joke. Even today, I had dealing with some plumbing issues, so
Already.
it's been busy as all get out.
I lost some shingles off my roof Saturday. High winds.
Wow, those are some winds.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Stuart, have you been doing anything to your twister or?
Yeah, well, not much, but I got the this is not glued in or anything, but I got the,
Make you
fine.
take care.
so
Oh,
Now-
very good.
I got a question on when I put the skin on over the bell crank,
Yeah,
you guys usually use just epoxy on that?
I mean to attach the center section, the balsa there.
Yeah, to cover the center section.
I don't. I use CA. I'm sure John Paris might have a, and Mark Gerber and even Gary Sinclair might have a different opinion, but that's what I use.
I've used either CA or white or aliphatic resin.
And then just pin it down.
Pin it down. Usually I weigh it down. Make sure it's on a flat surface and everything is propped up to the wing as straight as it can be. And then, weigh it down, or you can pin it as well. But it needs to be straight because if you warp that center section out, it could translate out to the tips.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. It's my next job.
All right.
Charles, I got a picture to show you here.
All right, cool. Let me fix this here.
This is what we woke up to this morning.
Uh,
Oh,
okay.
That's why we're not doing any flying around here right now.
I can see that. Unless you put skis on your airplane.
I was gonna say that'd
Wow.
be perfect.
That is beautiful.
We weren't supposed to get snow. Yesterday was pretty warm, but I thought maybe we'd get some good flying weather this week. But woke up this morning, we got like 8 inches of snow last night.
8 inches.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
Well,
amazing.
we get good dumps of snow. I've seen them come as late as early May.
Wow. Let me welcome Mark Wise. Thanks for coming in, Mark. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Hey, Mark.
And we have looks like Caffeine. Hey, Caffeine, thanks for coming in.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
How you
Doing
doing?
good.
Good.
Now we're getting the global impact. We have you from Malaysia and John Paris. He's in South Korea. And then we have Stuart Morris up in Canada. Pretty cool.
I got a
Cool.
question.
Go ahead.
You guys, on the twisters, have you ever used the plastic Dubro tank?
I've used clunk tanks on my twister.
You use these?
I believe I did. I get confused between my tutor and my twister, but I've used them regardless. They're good tanks.
How do you bolt them down or tie them down kind of thing generally?
Well, other people might have a different way of doing it, but I actually attach it to a piece of wood, and the wood had a slot on the front and the aft, so I could adjust it. You
Okay,
don't
so
have to do it.
did you bring it down like this and then back up? Like a U-shaped piece?
No, actually, it would it's like a rectangle. My piece was like a rectangle, a little bit larger than that clunk tank, and then
Yeah.
I actually attached that wood to the fuselage side. But I had slots, a slot on the front of it, and a vertical slot in the back and in the front, so I could move it up and down.
Okay, so how did you strap it on?
Oh, with those same screws that went through the slot, those same screws would hold it on.
How did you attach the tank to the?
Tank
Oh,
boat
to the wood. To
Yeah,
the wood.
that's what he's
I
asking.
just used some silicone,
Oh, okay.
like RTV kind of material that holds it good enough.
So use
I,
the
I might have
Oh, you know what?
I
I'm
might have
sorry.
some pictures of it.
All right,
Oh.
cool. One last thing, Caffeine, for you. I also, when I put that piece of wood, there was like some risers on in the front and the riser in the back, so it's offset off the fuselage. And then I had a Velcro strap that I was able to get behind the wood, so I was
Okay.
able to strap
Yeah.
it to that wood. That's what I forgot. It's been a
So
while.
you raise, right, yeah, I've done that in RC construction. One thing is, I think I told you guys about it. I got some black bands that I use for these planes, different planes, rubber bands, but they don't decay really.
I've seen those.
Yeah,
I've
and
seen
they work actually quite good for, at least they better than the old stuff. The old stuff, it seemed like you use it to fly the plane 2 or 3, 4 times and you got to change them.
Right.
But
Yeah. I never used those black bands, but I've seen those.
They
And
are great.
That's a
I
good
get
idea.
I get a season out of them. They're that good. So if somebody ever wants to look into them, you get them on Amazon. And they're a high heat, or I forget what they call them or whatever the bands were, but.
But then, I used to adjust my tank, with, like I said, with the slots, I could raise and lower. But now I just adjust the uniflow. I use the system that John Miller. There's a thread on Stunthangar where he shows how he sets up his tank, and he has it so that he can adjust his uniflow. So I don't move the tank anymore. I move the uniflow. Matter of fact, that's what I'm doing right now. My P40. I have this one pipe that's inside the tank, which is the uniflow, and I use that to adjust the engine run.
How do you adjust it is adjusted in the tank?
That if you go to Stunthangar and maybe look up John Miller and then see his posts, he posted how he sets up the plumbing in the clunk tank. And he uses like the one pipe is kind of almost like a lever where he can turn it and it raises and lowers the uniflow. And that's what I've been doing instead of moving the whole tank. And then some people actually will loosen that screw, that screw that tightens the rubber in that, and then they will turn it. Sometimes they will turn that black. They will turn that.
I know what you mean then.
There's all different kind of ways.
It's the feed line you're actually adjusting, right?
No, I'm adjusting the uniflow.
Which is what do you mean by, I get the uniflow thing mixed up on what it is.
You have a vent,
right?
You have a pickup line, and you have a uniflow with the 3 tubes.
Okay.
And the uniflow and the pickup are pretty much in line usually. Usually they're almost the same height or they're about the center of the tank. But I might have to, like I said, raise or lower the tank. But instead of doing that, I'll just turn that uniflow. But that article.
You may not have a uniflow in that tank, Charles.
Yeah, he might not. I use a uniflow. You have 3 pipes or 2 pipes.
Yeah, there's 3.
Where do they all go? One of them's on the clunk. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really set this up but it's just a tank I had, so I haven't done anything with it. Like, I gotta replumb it and just check everything. But so I wasn't sure what way to go with that. That's all.
That one that's curved, what is that one? That one pipe, I see 2 that are going straight out, but what's the one that's curved? What's that?
I don't know, because this is an old tank that I had.
Okay.
So that's why I wasn't sure what it had in it or whatever.
Yeah, John Miller is not going to be here this evening, but like I said on the Stunthangar, there's a thread about how he does the plumbing.
I'll look at it and then
he shows even how he makes the uniflow pipe where it's adjustable.
Okay.
It might not make sense, but once you see the article, you'll be like, "Oh, I see what Charles is saying."
Yeah, if you have a picture of that, usually.
Yeah, I reformatted my computer and I don't have all those diagrams. I used to have it, but I couldn't find it. And let me welcome Philip Bailey. How you doing, Philip?
Doing pretty good, Charles. How are you?
Doing good.
Good
And
deal.
Caffeine, did you want to show that image? You can share it now. Is
Yeah,
that the image
sure.
of the fuel tank, or it's an image of your tank?
Yep.
I think you were one lucky guy if you can have a wire break and not have your plane totaled.
Yeah, he is a lucky guy.
What's that?
You had a
So
line
you're
break.
one-
Go
You're
ahead.
one
Oh,
lucky
yeah.
guy because I saw the thread on Stunthangar about your line breaking
Yep.
and your plane was still intact.
Yeah. Well, luckily, it was the down line that was broken, so it kept making like inside loop. So it's more under control with my skill right now. So here's how I set the tank on my profile. I put some wire like this to hold the height of the tank.
Oh, zip
So
ties? Are those zip ties or?
yep, yeah, zip ties. And can you see a small wire that sits under the tank?
Yeah, I see. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yep. And yeah, this is the current, like, if you see this,
Yep.
I see it.
yeah, that's how I fit my thing into my profile. Yeah, it's my first build, so I didn't put any wire to hold the height of the tank, so it's shake when it's flying, vibrating. It kept coming down, so that's why I put some wire to hold the tank
Oh, okay.
in place. Mhm.
Hey,
Because
Jeff,
if yep.
the other picture you had with the plastic tank,
Mm-hmm.
is it how many ounces is that? Do you know?
It's
bunch.
I guess it's 3.5 or 4. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
okay. It'll be a 4 if it's Dubro.
Yeah.
Can you do the full pattern on the 46 LA there?
No,
4
no.
ounces?
It's a year ago, I guess. So I just started a year ago. So still just doing level and wing over. Not even an inside loop I did with this setup.
Yeah, okay. Do you guys know
Mhm.
if you can do the full pattern on 4 ounces with an LA 46? I wasn't sure.
I need 4.5 ounces.
Okay, I thought 4 would
Depends
be
on
the
the weight of the airplane and the Venturi. So I
And
put
the
a 25
altitude at which
Venturi
you're
in
flying.
mine. I put a 25 Venturi in my 46, but it's on a Tiyasaki. And 3.5 ounces will get 3 3¾ ounces will get you through the pattern on a Tiyasaki. But a lot of the guys are using 4.5. So it
okay.
depends on your vent, your load, your prop. know.
Okay. I knew it would be, I knew 4 is kind of that tricky point. So,
Yeah.
all right.
You ever seen a Tiger 60 do a pattern in an SV11 on 3¾ ounces of fuel?
Wow.
I got one that does it, and I still can't explain it.
Oh.
3¾ ounces will get you a full pattern on a Tiger 60. It's one of the,
Yeah.
one of the concave head Randy Smith motors. I have a Tom Lay, and I haven't tried it, but I can't explain this motor, but it sure does run good.
Wow, that's great.
Hey, Phil,
Yes, sir.
I want you to know that that Saturday I met a rock star in control line. I went over to him, I found out who he was, and I hugged him and I said, Tommy Looper, not a week goes by when I don't hear Phil raise good thoughts about you on Stunthangar. And it was a pleasure for me to meet him. And I went down Friday night, drove down to South Carolina for Watmore's 90th birthday, and then drove back Sunday morning, and just had a great time. But I just wanted to tell you that, Bill.
I appreciate that. Now, if I had known that Watt's birthday was this week, I would have been there. But I found out about it Friday afternoon, and I already had plans for Saturday.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's a shame. But anyway, it was. Tom, I talked to Tom a little while ago, and he said he had a great time. Will gave away a bunch of motors. I hate to miss that, but one of those things. I'd like to have been there for that one. I like Watt a lot. He's a great guy. In fact, the airplane that I've been flying, the Pathfinder that I've been flying, is Watt built it.
Oh, okay. Okay. While I got the screen, if I can get this right.
Make it big here.
Oh my gosh!
Stunt news cover.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's Gene Schaefer.
That's Gene, Big Gene.
And that's, I guess, the stunt machine.
Mhm.
The boys who did the the stunt news this month really did a nice job. So I hope all of you that are Pampa members read it, and those of you who are not, I wish you join. But
Yeah, mine.
Charles got one.
there you go. Charles has his.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get there this week.
I got mine this
Anyway.
afternoon.
You got yours too? All right.
Good
Let me,
deal.
let me welcome a couple people. Where'd he go? Carl Reed was here a second ago. Anyways, well, Jim Hoffman's here. Hey, Jim, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey, Jim.
Hiya.
I see
Hiya.
Big John Paris. I ain't seen him in a while. Good to see you, John.
And he's in South Korea.
Oh, Lord.
안녕하세요, Phil.
What in the heck are you doing in Korea?
He found a hobby shop.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. If you find a good one, it's worth going a long way for.
Well, the
What
real reason
city
is I
in
wanna make a
South
Bodak
Korea?
survey.
Wait a minute. There's two or three of you talking at the same time. Try again, John.
Sorry.
I said I had to make a Brodak delivery.
Oh, okay.
That's right. You are a dealer for Brodak, right? That's service.
Man, this is getting serious now.
Timers and 2 bell cranks.
2 bell cranks. Lord. Less than $10 and he flies to Korea to personally deliver them. Wow.
There was 2 timers in there as well, Phil. So it was more like,
okay. You getting serious, buddy. You're gonna be at Brodax this year, aren't you?
Of course.
Okay. I look forward to seeing you there. Always good to see you.
Hey, Carl, you're back.
There,
Welcome
Carl.
back, Carl.
There, Carl.
Hey, how are you? Sorry about that. I was having a little problem with my laptop here, but it's good to see you all tonight. So
Yeah,
You
good
too.
to see you too.
Good to see you.
Yeah, yeah,
Good to see you.
yeah.
Hey, Caffeine, you was going to say something. What was you going to say?
What city are you in, John?
John, you're
I am
muted. John,
cur-
you're muted.
I'm currently in Donghae over on the East Coast, maybe 170 kilometers east of Seoul.
Oh, yeah, nice. I used to live in South Korea for a while. Like in 2006, I was in Jeonju.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. So do you speak Korean then?
No. Just the bad words, you know.
just the bad words.
At least he's honest, guys.
Yeah.
Oh me. Man, I'm telling you.
So,
Hey,
Phil, you've been
can
doing
I ask a question?
Yeah,
I've
go
been
ahead.
building as hard as I can go.
Yep. So I started a thread about flying lines breaking, and then it made me thinking. I'm wondering to switching to spectral lines, but
Do
I've
it.
read I've read a lot about Max Quattro lines is the most recommended lines, I guess. But I cannot find it here. I can only find the Power Pro, just the original without Max Quattro. Is that also good, or should I get the Max Quattro line?
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, I'm not
I've got
familiar
Max
with that
Qua-
particular.
Okay.
Max Quattro. I got them on Amazon. You have access to Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got mine.
Okay. Have you
I
tried the
Go
Power
ahead.
Pro, the original?
yeah, I've used those too. I like the Max Pro. I was able to get them in 65-pound and in yellow. The Power Pro always seemed to come in green.
Yeah, mine did, even though I ordered
And
y'all.
I had some difficulties with them. So I went to a higher strength, 65 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'm going to give it a first try tomorrow. I made a
All right.
set, did some preliminary testing, and then I made a set, and I went to about 12G load for
Mhm.
my airplane
All right.
safely, pre-stretched them and tested them.
Mhm.
I have very limited experience. The tying of the knot is has to be right.
Mhm. Okay.
But they're really neat because you don't have the problem with kinking that you have with stainless steel that you're
Yeah.
suffering through.
Yeah, but there's
Yes.
other issues.
Especially when I'm flying alone, I have to drag a lot of the line. So yeah, spectral lines could be the solution.
Let me ask you guys something about Spectra. This may be a dumb question, but I thought about it the other day. In a storm, are you safer flying with spectral lines than metal lines?
Sounds like it. It's insulated. It's like a plastic. It's an insulator, so I would assume it would be better.
That's what I
If
thought.
they get wet, they're going to transmit electricity just like I've seen a light bulb lit coming from a power pole. Now the line was wet, but it was a piece of kite string. Went up to a light pole and came down to a light bulb on the ground, and they lit it. It honestly lit. It does not take a lot of current to do that. But when we were going through Duke Power's schools, learning to be linemen, what to do and what not to do, you can't go, will it pass current? It will. Will it pass enough to hurt you bad? I don't know. I don't think I want to be the one to find out. If I see a storm in the background, I'm packing up and going home.
Yep. I don't. If there's storm activity anywhere,
Mhm.
we go home.
Yeah,
Yep.
Well, I think it'd be better.
we're getting used to that.
Mhm.
It is an insulator unless it's wet and rainy, but you're probably still safer with it than not, than the metal.
Well, you're safer with the stainless steel, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But as far as how much and would I go out on a limb and say you're safer with it? No, because somebody will get hurt and want to sue somebody, and I don't want to be the one.
Yep.
But it's better just to say if there's storms in the area, go home. Use some sense and realize it's better to be, I can come back tomorrow and fly again.
Well, I'll ask someone who's not a Pampa member to try it out.
Oh
That's
Lord.
Uh,
What am I gonna do with him? He don't come up, he don't say stuff like that often, but when he does, man, he's right on point.
Caffeine, regarding your lines breaking, now, when I fly by myself, after the plane lands, now I have a fanny pack that I get teased about, but I have a holster as well in my fanny pack, which has my vice grips, which I have wired through my stooge, and I use the vice grips to hold that wire. But I also have a handle, a T handle that's bright yellow. And so what I do is after the plane lands, I will stake my handle. I'll put the my T handle in the middle of the handle between the wires, and I'll grab the plane and pull the plane against the handle gently, and I'll walk an arc to my stooge. Sometimes I might have to do it twice because I move, but that's how I keep my wear down on my lines. Because I mean, I've been flying, I don't know how long I've been flying, but I've never had a line break on me. And I'm very careful when I
Find some wood, Charles, not quick.
And when I roll my lines up, I use a PVC pipe in the middle, so it's a nice smooth, rotation of gathering the lines. And of course, I still need to inspect them and all that. But I think just the care, how you care for your lines, will lengthen the amount of time you have before you have a line break.
Second that.
Yep. Okay. Another thing that comes to my mind is at this point I can only make like mostly inside loops. So yeah, when I landed, it's really twisted, So when I run the lines from the plane back to the handle, I've got so many twists and sometimes I'm not patient enough, I think. So just I accidentally, instead of untwisting it, I make more
Keep twisting more.
twists,
Yeah.
So yeah, since I can do I'm learning the lazy eight right now, and I can
learning the
do
lazy eight right now.
Hang on a
not
second,
that good,
Caffeine.
but
One second, Caffeine.
yep, not
Hey,
that
Carl, for some reason your connection
Yep. Hey,
causes a echo. That's why I kept muting you. Go ahead, Caffeine.
So since I can do the lazy eight right now, hopefully it will help as well if I still use the stainless steel cable. So I will not have that so many twist line at the end of the flight. So I will try to do both. Preparing another lines with Spectra, but then I will also try to balance the inside and outside maneuvers, so I don't get
When I
too
fly
much.
by myself, I'm
Oh,
always
hang
flying
on,
over
Mark.
grass.
1 second, Mark. Hang on. Jim Hoffman, I know he's trying to get my attention. Go ahead, Jim. And then Mark.
So Caffeine, my understanding is you can only do inside loops at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I encourage you to learn to do outside loops, of course.
Yep.
But for now,
Mhm.
you could put in 5 or 6 loops into the lines the opposite direction
Mhm.
before you take off.
Mhm.
That way you could do 5 or 6 loops, inside loops, just to get to neutral.
Mhm.
And then you could easily do 6, 7, 8, 9 more after that inside.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a thought.
great idea.
Mhm.
And then Mark Gerber, go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to
yeah.
say that when I fly by myself, I'm flying over grass.
Mhm.
And, you just have to be kind of careful not to drag the lines around too much. But I haven't really ever had any serious problems with the kinking because of getting caught in the grass or anything.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
John Paris.
It's
Go
very
ahead.
helpful if you can spot land at your takeoff spot too.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is the pit, the center of the circle and the pit is not, it's in 2 different places, so sometimes I have to drag like 2 times. I guess if I get it right, when what Charles said, you said you do it like 2 times, right?
Yeah, sometimes I have to do it twice, because when I put the T handle between the lines against the handle, when I pull against it, I'm not quite far enough to reach my stooge. So I'm gonna have to go back and yank up the T handle. But that time I'm going straight back to the stooge to limit the drag.
Okay.
So that's what I do to avoid dragging my lines all over the field. Now, John Paris, he had his hand raised digitally. Go ahead, John.
Yep. I was just gonna let you guys know I'm gonna sign off. It's lunchtime here in Korea. Time to go eat.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for coming in, John. Appreciate it.
Hey, John, are you going to
Yes.
travel on the Soul Train?
I plan on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it the soul?
Yes, the Soul Train. Yes.
You're a good man.
With Don Cornelius with his big afro.
That's right.
All right, let's see if I can
We
figure out how to
are
drive.
old, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
See you, buddy.
All right, see you, John. Thank you for coming in.
Can I share the layout of my flying field?
Yeah, sure.
So this is what happened at my flying field. Actually, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So let me. So this is the pit,
All right.
and this is the center of my flying for control line. So it's about Yeah,
Oh.
it's about it. So let's say I landed here, then
Okay.
I have to take the plane into this pit, and since we are sharing with the RC guy, I need to take all the plane, the lines, and the handle to the pit when I'm done on each flight, you know. So there's a lot of dragging. So can I get some suggestion from you guys?
Yes,
Roll up the lines before you go.
yes. If you have to move them that far, roll them in. Takes
Yeah,
about 30 seconds.
that's what I thought. Yeah, rolling up, and yeah, it's it's more work to do, but it's much safer, I guess.
Just bring a buddy to the field.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Wow.
So can you imagine if I like put the stake on the handle and then move again?
Yeah, you'd be
Another.
doing it more than twice. Yeah, 'cause I'm
Yeah.
pretty much flying in a circle.
Uh-huh.
And wow, yeah. Yeah, that's a unique situation you have there, Caffeine.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you have to move though. I mean, they have the landing and takeoff strip. Do they land on the grass?
Some take off from the grass, you know, for the taxiing, but most likely they most of the time they take off on the runway. But you know,
What was that strip
they-
of road? Was that the runway, or was that a road that you
that's
had?
the runway. That's the
Okay.
runway. But yeah, I was told it's just for the safety reason. So they want to keep it clean when the RC guys flying. So yeah, you know. So
Yeah,
I
you gotta
really
do what you
like
gotta
it when
do.
Mm.
yeah, I really like it when the RC guys are doing some
Aren't there, I
competition.
bet. I remember you
Yeah.
mentioned that one weekend. I guess they weren't there, and you had a really good time. And I now understand why.
Yes. That's why.
Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yep.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, Carl.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't think you're echoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caffeine. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
Carl. Yep.
Okay. I have the same problem whenever I go fly with Charles and the other pilots. We gotta get off the field. So what I do is I take my handle and I hold it up as high as I can, and then I walk over a little bit towards where it needs to go and towards the plane. Then I go back and I get my plane, I hold it, and I just very gently walk until the slack comes out. Then I go grab the handle and do the same thing over again until I'm out of their way. And then before I do that, and then after I get that done, I always walk my lines from the plane to the handle to make sure the twists are out of them.
Yep.
And that way that'll help keep the kinks out of your line as well.
Yep.
Now, are you flying with 018s or 016s, or what are you flying with?
It's all 15, 60 feet.
015s?
Yeah.
Well, you might want to try 018s and see if they might last a little better.
Okay.
But that would require a different trim too, tip weight.
Yeah.
That's not a good solution.
Yeah, and it's more drag. Yeah, that's not the optimal solution.
I think the solution is rolling your line
earlier, and I was telling him about the spectral lines.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Hey, traffic. Hey, Tryan, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Spectral lines.
Yeah.
They're just super forgiving. unless you tie them in a knot. Other than that, you can drag the planer. And another thing you can do very easy, land where you take off from.
I just told the other about my situation with my flying field. I cannot do that because the pit is far away from the circle, and I have to clear that out because there will be some other flyers, RC flyers, to fly. So the rule is I need to clear up the ground for the RC guy.
In that case, just roll up your lines. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. I
mean, I didn't know that detail. I know it now. Apparently, you just fly and then you have to vacate the whole thing. So in that case, just roll up the lines. It's fine.
Yep. Okay, I will do that, and I will try to balance the inside and outside maneuvers.
Yeah. And what most of us do, we use different color codes on our lines and a lead out. For example, mine are black and red.
Yep.
And the termination of my lines are also black and red. So I put black to black, red to red, and I unwind them out, and I know which one is up, which one is down, and that's it.
Yeah, I already do that.
Yes. So it shouldn't be a problem just mixing them up or something like that.
Yep, sure. Thank you.
That's that. Roll them up.
Yep, sure. We'll do that.
At the World Championship, everybody was rolling up their lines after the flight. They'll put the flight, put the lines on, take the flight, take the lines off, take the plane off the field, which kind of was very annoying to me because everybody wanted to practice, and to wait for them to put the lines on and take them off after the flight was kind of rude, if you ask me, if you have very limited practice time.
Yeah.
But it seems like they all did it.
Yeah, and another solution is finding another flying field.
Yeah, maybe. Or I was gonna say, convert them all to control line.
That's the best one.
If you want to change the people around you, sometimes you got to change the people around you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't do that, so you get new people. I have some chat in the chat box. Old control line pilot, that's Bob Whitley. He says, hi all, like given, catch you another night. Thank you for coming in. Bob, sorry we didn't hook up today. Had a plumbing issue, and that's why I couldn't answer your call. I was underneath the sink. So sorry about that. And Daniel Barry Sports Highlights, he says, yo. And then Rick Wallace, whatever you said, you retracted it 4 times. So I see you're a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your support. And Making Model Airplane says, you guys are awesome. He must be talking about you guys. You guys are. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And,
Mark, I was still looking into the Stunthangar to try to find that triple tree get together, and I just can't find it, man, anywhere. I was searching on events. Is it under events?
It's right now. It's sitting at the open forum. What's his name? There's a schedule on there for triple tree. It's
an open forum. I never looked in there. I looked at under events.
Yeah, Tom Luciano publishes a schedule. It's up there right now on page 1, and he has all the events in the Northeast, but he includes that one, and you'll see it there. Let me just look at the dates again. I always forget them. Calendar. Okay, here we go. Okay, it starts the 13th of May and ends the 20th of May. And for the guys like you, Stunt Camp is on the 18th which is a Thursday. And then the contest is Friday and Saturday.
Mhm.
Broccoli mac and broccoli cheddar soup.
Okay. All right, I'll look it up. Yeah, Tom will see. Oh, tentative Northwest schedule. Is that the one?
Yeah, Northeast schedule. Yeah. Tom
Oh,
Lucy.
man, I was going to look for that forever and never find it. Okay, cool. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you.
So Philip, you said you've been doing a lot of building?
Yeah, I'm working on a couple of airplanes, trying to get a couple of them going. And finally made some headway last few days. I finally got to spend enough time working with it to make some headway. And I'm working on cleaning out the basement so I got enough room to do something. I discovered something that I had not really realized. SV-11 is a big airplane.
Yep.
I was trying to work on an SV-11, and every time I tried to turn it around, it seemed like I was coming close to bumping into something. And I finally just said, I think I'm gonna set this thing over out of the way and work on cleaning up the basement until I get it where I can move it around. So it's ridiculous because I'm very thankful that Revolution comes apart, because otherwise I'd never be able to get it in and out of the basement. It is a big airplane.
Took me 20 minutes to figure out how to get it in my car.
Oh Lord. My wife has a Mustang convertible. I have a pickup truck. I never get it in my car.
What you have to do to get these big planes in a car, especially the back seat, you have to go with the tail in first.
Yeah.
And then you raise the tail up as soon as you go past the back side of your door. The tail kind of goes up into the space above the seats and behind the and kind of rotate it in. And
Yep.
just like
I have a better idea with my car, with my wife's car. When I take it, I drop the top, put the plane in, put the top back up. I cheat.
If you have a truck, yeah, of course.
No, I'm talking about the car in the Mustang. Now in the pickup truck, I put it in the back end of the truck, But with the Mustang, oh my word, somebody's got a bunch of propellers.
It's a Mustang. Then you have the seat folds forward, and it's a mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have a 4-door car, just put it with a tail first and rotate the plane.
Yeah, I've got two cars. One don't have a back seat. The other one's hard to get to.
And then just slide it in. That's what I do with mine, and it goes in my car just fine. And even though it's a big plane.
Yeah. It is a big plane, but Toyota, that Camry's got a big back seat. That's a comfortable back seat even for a long-legged rascal like me. But a Mustang, I don't care. If you're more than 4 years old, you are not comfortable in the back seat. There's no way.
Yes.
One of those things. And the Datsun doesn't even have a back seat, so it's take the truck or leave the planes at home pretty much. But anyway, that's the reason taking parts are getting so popular, at least with me. Trey, are you getting to do any flying? You getting to fly any?
I wish I did. I wanted to go out this past weekend, but it rained both days, and yesterday it rained 2 times, and it was just like nasty.
It's been that way here too.
Just go figure. The whole week we had nice weather, flying weather and stuff like that, and that's when I'm at work, and the weekend comes and the wind starts to blow, and
well, here it's been doing that. It starts blowing about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and blows till about almost dark. So that blows the afternoons. Then Saturday and Sunday, like you said, was windy and rainy. And then this morning it came back. It was so soggy, nobody wanted to go out there. So, I know what you mean. I was just thinking, is your weather any better than ours? But I don't guess it is. Sounds like you're in the same weather pattern we're in. Yeah.
I think it's not much difference between you and me.
Have you tried the new batteries yet?
No, I'd have to build a new nose for that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how it's going to work, but it being that much lighter, you're going to stick them further forward in the plane.
Yes, I'll just max them out. Just push them as far forward as it gets.
Yeah, should be interesting.
And then I'll have to have some kind of a tab to pull them out. But the beauty of it is, like, if you make those battery packs, now you have the a very consistent size that never changes.
Yeah.
So you can
I thought
definitely
about
plan for that.
I thought about taking the packs and making a holder to put them in. That's the size of the existing pack because it'll fit in it. Put that in that and then just slide that in the plane.
Yes. Yes,
So
but
that might
I saw the caps that are used for the batteries that nowadays
Yeah.
that fit the exterior of the battery, and I think that's just kind of bulky.
Well, yeah.
And I'd rather have an inside structure that sets my batteries in position and put some shrink tubing on the outside to pull them together.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be interesting when we get the new batteries and get them trying. So they're telling me that they're around 3/4 of an ounce lighter than what we've got, is what I understand. Now, I haven't seen them. I haven't had my hands on one, but I'm told about 3/4 of an ounce lighter.
Yeah, if you do the math, the cells, the moly cell, the 28 something, you know, those are the moly cells. I think they weigh about 50 grams each, roughly.
Yeah.
So if you have for 6 cells for the same capacity, it's 300 grams. But you're gonna have to add some wires, some, you know, charging plugs, shrink wrap, stuff like that. So I'm estimating that you could you're gonna probably end up breaking even with what you have right now.
No, that'd be good. We want to add lead.
Maybe a little bit lighter, but not much. I don't see them
that'd be good
to be a tremendous difference in weight.
One question I've been meaning to ask, and I don't know, maybe you know, can we use the same charger or do we have to get a new charger for them?
No, same one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Because I got a good charger. I'd hate to have to change again.
Your chargers not have a lithium ion selection?
It probably does. I haven't paid any attention to it.
It might have a selection where you just switch it to lithium ion.
I think it does.
Might be, yes.
I think it does when you're going through scrolling through the whatever you call it, when you're getting ready to charge it, you know, you set it up for each cell. Every time you charge it, you set it up for how many cells and how big the cells and all that stuff. It's probably got a setting on there. I just haven't paid any attention. Mine, the one charger, as long as all I'm flying is 4 cells, I just literally turn it on and plug in the battery and then just hit start and push I forgot what that info button, and it tells me when it's charged, you know, it's ready to go. And I try to charge them to about 90% and then take them off.
Hey, Phil, I'm going to take that back right now. I just took a look at the battery, and it's 45 grams.
Wow, that is light.
45 grams for each cell.
Yeah.
So 45 times 6
180
is what, 270 grams. So so it's significantly lighter battery.
Yeah.
But you know what I would do if my battery is that light?
Shove it way
make
forward.
my motor bigger.
We can't put too much more motor in the front of the Revolution. The Joker's pretty big.
No, I need a nose weight if I do that.
Well, that's true.
But if I use any kind of nose weight, I'm gonna use it in the motor.
Well, that's true.
I'll probably go to the badass. What is the badass next size up? It's not 3520.
There's a 40. There's a 3520. I don't know above that really. I haven't looked because I don't have anything.
I think it's 230 grams or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's rated at 1200 watts or something like that. But I will not change the propeller or the RPM or anything like that. I just keep it the same.
Yeah, I don't want to change it.
I'd be sipping electrons. I'll probably have a whole flight in with 1300 milliamps, and I can probably just put 2 flights on one battery pack at that point.
Yeah.
There's some ridiculous numbers. But anyways, you can build this battery packs, a 6-pack. I did the math, and for the material to make the battery pack alone is going to be like $32. You compare that to $80
48 on sale. Yeah.
For the similar pack from Thunder Power, even on sale, it's about $60. Right?
Well,
I can justify building this kind of battery packs, and especially if you buy in bulk, and you can use them for anything for your future models. Well, I don't care if they are 40 size, where you're gonna probably use 4-cell battery layout, and or it's a 60 size where you use a 6-cell layout, but it's the same core of items that you're gonna use for all of them. And
it's going to be
I
interesting.
think that's a big plus.
I've just figured out how to do what we've got with the 4, 5, and 6-cell batteries. And in fact, I haven't used my 5 cells at all yet, but I'm just thinking I've got this almost figured out. And here comes another battery, and it throws a whole monkey wrench in it for me, because now I've got to learn how to do it all over again. But that's all right. It's a learning curve, and it's something to do. Keeps your mind working.
Let me interrupt, and I want to help. I found the image, Stuart, of the battery of the clunk tank that, let me share it with you.
John Miller's clunk.
John Miller's clunk, yes. Let's see here. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. So it shows the plumbing, Stuart. Do you see it? You guys see it or not?
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I can't see it. I don't know why when I share, I can't see it. But anyways, Stuart, that's on the Stunthangar forum. I just searched John Miller, and I found him, and then it showed me all these posts, and I just went through the posts. It's about the 3rd page. And
you don't want to bring that Uniflow all the way to the back?
That thing's shown upside down.
I can't see it, so
it looks like it's shown up. I don't know.
It's midway. The Uniflow ends up in the middle of the side.
Unfortunately, I cannot see it, so I can't comment on it. But anyway, that's how you set it up, Stuart. And you see how the Uniflow is kind of like a lever. John told me he turns that lever. You see that one? It's like a lever. I'm not looking at it right now, but you see it, and you're muted, Stuart.
Are you talking about the tube that's curved?
The tube on the top.
The tube that's like bent, not so much a curve, but the bent one. It's more like a 90-degree bent.
The 90-degree one. Okay, on the top.
Yeah, the way the shape of that, when you turn that, it actually will end up raising and lower the Uniflow.
Okay.
Which is the equivalent of raising and lowering the tank.
Okay, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that.
And you can see the other view.
That's the question I had. Don't you want to have the Uniflow all the way to the back? Because otherwise, when you use, I don't know.
Well, the further back the Uniflow goes, it's a harder brake. So, you can kind of adjust the kind of brake you want by how far the Uniflow pipe goes back into the tank. But that's fine for what he has right there. It's I mean, the more important thing, at least initially for me, is getting the motor run the same. How hard it brakes or not, that's something I deal with down the road. But anyways, I just wanted Stuart to see what I was talking about.
Yep.
Any other questions?
That's not the drawing I have that's not the drawing John sent me at all, because that overflow tube should be, if you were looking at the plane as if you were from the pilot's perspective looking at the airplane, and that's in the airplane, that overflow tube should be to the top of the tank on the inside, which is where it would be if they were upside down.
That's how mine is set up, Philip. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of surprised when I saw the orientation of the pipes, because I try to get my Uniflow and pickup almost in line. His are in line, but his are in line vertically.
I don't know what that's all about.
You're not understanding the views. The one on the right is a top view. So you're looking down on the airplane. And in the screen, outboard is up.
Now you're talking. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Works. That works.
Okay.
That works. That's exactly right. If you're looking at it from the top, that's exactly right.
And he doesn't show you
my tanks up.
He doesn't show you a side view, but the fuel pickup and the Uniflow, which in the top view are towards the top, those are both essentially center line to the thrust line. And the pipe in the top view, that pipe at the bottom with a little, looks like a J shape. That J inside the tank goes to the upper top corner.
Yep.
Okay, that's how a uniflow tank works.
Yeah.
And when you're
that one works
flying,
very well.
when you're flying, you take that J line and plug
Cap it
it.
off.
And the uniflow line, which is in the top of the top view, if you will, that either sees ram air pressure or muffler pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a correct drawing. It could be, it's missing a view that would be helpful.
Top view. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Unfortunately, I can't see it.
Mine, the Uniflow tube would be right where it shows, except it would be right in the center of the side. And if you're faster, upright or inverted, you move it one way or the other, a little bit down, or a little bit up to level that out. You don't have to move the rest of the tank. And it works very well. Since I've gone to that, I haven't had any problems with my tanks. But that is not the drawing that I've got, but it's the same thing. And I don't know why I missed that was the top view. Anyway, excuse me there. I goofed up on that one. But that does work very well.
As a matter of fact, Gerald Wimmer says, I've been using the John Miller style Uniflow clunk tank and they work great.
Yeah, me too.
And me three. And
I thought I was the only one did that. Good gracious.
Yeah. So you guys done viewing this? I can't see it.
Yeah,
Can I take it down?
Yeah,
You
go
got
ahead and take it down. We got it.
Thank you.
Ooh, heartburn.
All right. So all right, and Litz RC says, hey guys. Hey Litz RC, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
There they are. Okay.
Hey Mark Wise, I saw a
Sure.
short video of you that Will Davis did. And
Oh Lord.
there's videotape of you sleeping on the job.
Well, I wasn't on the job. I wasn't there to recruit or do anything but be with my friend Watt and meet the other guys. And Will and I, you know, we're pretty close friends, and I should never have trusted him when I closed my eyes.
How long a drive was that for you, Mark?
Right around 10 hours.
I figured it's 3
Wow.
for me, so I know it had to be a good one for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, it was worth it. It's good to meet people. It's, you know, I hadn't met Tommy, and Kermit was there, John was there. And you know, it's embarrassing when someone, you walk over to them and they say, hi, Mark, and you don't know who they are.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
So all I do is say,
Some fun, huh?
I don't. And then it dawns on me who they are.
Yeah.
It was a great time, though.
Yeah, it's a good bunch of people down there.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Did you sign the board?
I didn't fly.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
You should have got somebody to let you fly one lap so you could have.
No, they would have. They would have, Phil. But 2 days earlier, I was put on my first blood pressure pills.
Oh yeah.
You know, I just wanted to give it a week or two, and you know, just make
I
sure
know what you mean.
someone's
I know what you mean
airplane-
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first time I ever had to take those things, I took it on Thursday for the first time, and we had a contest in Atlanta on Saturday. And I went down on Friday. I drove to Atlanta with my wife, and Tom, thank goodness, was there. And I took off to put up a practice flight, and I started hollering at Tom, and he couldn't understand what I was saying. But he came out to find out what I was saying. I said, take this thing, I'm about to fall down.
Yeah.
And he had to take my plane. And you know how short Tom is and how tall I am. And I didn't have enough sense to take the safety thong off. So he had God's own time trying to get the safety thong off of me. But he finally saved my airplane and went on. I told him I'm not going to fly this weekend. It scared me so bad. He took my airplane and won.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good pilot.
He told me that when he met you, you guys were the same height. But you just
That's
beat him
funny.
down over the
He
years.
walks too much. He walks too darn much. That's his problem.
Really nice guys.
He really is. All those guys are.
Yeah.
It's a great bunch, or they wouldn't put up with me for very long. Whew. We all give each other a load of it, you know, and the saying has become more than just a saying. You come in here for a little fun and fellowship. What do you get? Talked down to and made fun of. We have a ball. It's a really great group of people.
I'll tell you, and I hope I'm not repeating myself here. So if I am, just stop me. But my 3 flying buddies, locally, are Craig Gunder, Bruce Jennings, and Tom Smeltzer. And Bruce and Tom and I would fly giant scale aerobatics every Sunday. And Tom had access to a private field that he mowed, but it was 1,800 feet long. And I don't know, I guess it was a day in May, I was reading Model Aviation, and they talked about this thing called Brodac. So I said to the guys, you know, when was the last time you guys flew control line? So the 4 of us got in my car, we drove to Carmichael's. And I'm telling you, Phil, I don't think we were there 30 minutes, and we all knew these are the people we want to hang with.
Yeah.
And it was basically it's the last time I've flown giant scale RC, and probably the last time I've flown aerobatic RC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just, it's like the group here. It's just kind of people you'd like to be with, even if you didn't fly airplanes.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
it's the only group of people, it's the only hobby, only whatever that I've ever been with, that somebody will give you what you need to put on your airplane to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good group of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was talking to, I don't know who it was, but they told me this, and I thought it made a lot of sense. Not to put down RC or anything, but RC, you can go to the flying field, you know, grab your box, you put your plane down, don't need any help. Start your plane, take off and fly, land your plane, pick up your plane, go home. Control line, we instinctively need your help. Hey, would you mind launching my airplane? Can you hold it while I choke it or burp it? And it just promotes a rapport that that's our culture, because we help each other. I mean, I have a stooge, and you know, I prefer flying with other people, but I think that's the difference. You know, that's one of the differences.
Someone much brighter than me once said something to me one day, it made so much sense. And he said, let me ask you something. Are people happy when you show up, or are they happy when you leave?
Yeah.
And with going to Brodac that day, it was just like no one cared that they didn't know us. You know, they were inviting us under their shelters. You know, what are you guys doing? Yeah, you probably threw PT-19s just like we did. And we didn't want to leave. We spent the night, and we haven't missed a Brodac since. And then when, what's his name, passed away.
John Brodac?
No, long before that.
Alan Brickhouse?
Yeah, Alan Brickhouse. I had met Alan down at Triple Tree. He came down to see what was going on down there. And unknown to Will and I, he had spoken to both of us and said, you know, maybe in the future, you guys, you know, could help me. And that year he passed away. And Will and I, you know, I said, Will, you have more contest experience than I do. Why don't you be the CD, the official CD, you know, and I'll be the stunt CD. We end up doing just about everything together. But John said to us, it was a very short meeting. He said, listen, guys, you know, I just want you to make sure one thing, that everyone here has fun. Okay. I'm not going to interfere with anything. You guys make the calls, and I just want people to have fun. I mean, how can you go wrong? You know, so we've been doing it maybe, I don't know, 7 years now. So,
it's hard not to have fun at Brodac.
Yeah.
And that's the fun, that's the draw of the place, is it's just hard not to have fun.
Absolutely.
And it's you go to the nationals and it's a competition. You go to Brodac and it's just fun. Everybody tries to win, but nobody
sure.
cares who won. Did you have fun? Yeah. Well, let's go back next year.
Yep.
We'll make it better, make it even better next year. Oh, look, Canada is involved. Good to see you,
Hey,
Lynn.
what's up, Lynn?
Hi,
How you
guys.
doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. And we also have Cha-Cha. Hey, Cha-Cha, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, you guys.
Cha-Cha's outside, man. Look at this. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I'm inside.
You're in, oh, there was a
you're
tree.
inside. Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was a tree. It's a, never mind.
Yeah.
I sworn the only thing I had to drink was a glass of tea. And it had ice.
Well,
in
it's
it. Never
white. I
mind.
just thought it was sunlight. I thought it was just really bright outside.
Well, I did too. It looked like all I could see was a little bit of leaves, and I thought it was a tree outside. So anyway,
Go ahead, Lynn.
I
tripping.
was just gonna say that I went to 10 Brodacks in 11 years, and there was not once that Naomi and I didn't have a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
And that's the deal with it. I mean, it's the place to go. If
It
you want to
is.
go, if
Yeah.
you like having a good time and you like flying control line models,
Yeah.
it's the place to go.
You don't even have to fly to have a good time there because I've been twice.
No, you
and I
don't.
didn't fly.
You can go there. I could
Ball
go
both
there and not
times.
fly a flight all week and I still have a good time.
Mhm.
That's very true.
Yep, that's true. Nice comment.
I recommend it to everybody to try and get
Me
there.
too. We've told all the guys locally, you got to go at least once. Because
Yeah.
if I can get you to go once, you'll go back.
That's right. I'd like to get back there myself.
We might have to take up a collection, buy you a ticket, Charles.
Hey, Charles, maybe I could get you the golf cart.
That'd be nice.
It would take you a while to get there, but love to see you.
You can leave now.
What?
That's too funny.
Right after the show's over, hop on.
I have to start off.
You can stop and see all your friends along the way.
That is so funny, Mark.
Oh, Lord. Get him
But
a
is it
gas and
help?
go because the charging stations are hard.
I don't know if it'll take a Strega with a road jet or with an 81 in it, though. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Mount it on the top, you'll be okay.
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah, he's
Good
set.
gracious alive.
That's funny.
Mm.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, Lord. My computer's gone crazy.
Did you have a comment? Someone had a comment. Was it you, Caffeine, or was it you, Cha-Cha?
It was me. When is it held, the Broda?
Say it again.
When is it held?
It's
When is
around
it
Father's
held?
Day. It's around Father's Day, right?
The week
The
before
week, it's
Father's
the
Day.
week before Father's Day.
Yes, the whole week before Father's Day. It's
You have
over on
Father's Day
Saturday.
where you live, Caffeine?
I think so.
Well, it's the
When is it?
full week before
What
Father's
month?
Day.
June.
June.
It's on Saturday before
June.
Father's Day is on Sunday.
Ah, okay. Okay. I'll
Is there a
put it on
chance?
my.
Is there a chance you might be able to come, Caffeine or Cha-Cha?
Well,
I wish I could.
I have to decide on one or the other.
What's
If
the
I come-
options?
If I come to Brodacks, I may not be able to make the nuts.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an easy decision, honestly. If you're really serious about competing and you want to compete and you want to find out just how you stack up with the best in the world, then you go to the Nationals. If you want to go and have fun all week, laugh yourself silly, and have more fun watching crazy things, Junkyard Wars, just one of them, all week long, 50-cent hot dogs, 50-cent, I think it's 50-cent drinks, then Brodac's the place. If you want to have fun, go to Brodack. If you want to be serious all week and see how you stack up with the best in the world, some of the best in the world, I guess I can't say all the best in the world because, you know, our national champion is not an American this year, but anyway, I mean, I'm not national champion, our world champion. Igor is amazing. I have seen him fly, but anyway, if you want to get serious all week, you go to the US Nats. If you want to have a blast all week, you go to Brodack. Brodack is just fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a
I'll look at it.
blast. I had a blast, Cha-Cha, at Brodax. I mean, I had a good time at the Nats too, but man, the Brodax was just,
It's another level.
yeah, exactly. It's another level. It is.
Is Howard in?
I'm here. Yes, I haven't sent you information yet, but I shall do so. Sorry.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Howard,
Okay.
good to see you, buddy.
Howard.
I
Howard.
wanted to tell you something. So I decided to Google balsa trees in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, good.
All right. So what'd you find?
I found a YouTube link, and it's called Top 10 Indigenous Trees in Trinidad and Tobago.
Mhm.
And balsa is actually one of the trees.
Wow.
Son of a gun.
But it's called a different name. It's, well, we have some French names for some trees. It's the same, you know, the Latin name for the trees. It's the same name. It has a name called bois fleur or something like that, which is the French name. And the guy also said it's balsa. And he had a little breakdown about it. So we have balsa trees here actually.
Okay.
But
If you see one in the wild, you're going to wonder what's happening because they're
I
heavy.
have to do some research as to, you know.
Can you send us all some wood?
What's that?
I said, can you send us all some wood?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying.
Yeah, some contest grade. It's been nice and
create
well
some
dried.
options here. We're trying to create some options here. So I'm trying to do some investigation.
Good, good.
We have a
Great.
lot of sawmills, but they're not into those types of wood. The kind of wood that,
it's
very
easy to saw.
yeah. But
Yeah.
a lot of the wood that they're into here makes really good furniture: mahogany, teak, green heart, purple heart.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I like
expensive
that.
wood. Very
Those
expensive wood.
Yeah,
Correct.
teak is like way up there in price.
We have a lot
those
of
Purple Heart.
mahogany trees in Trinidad. Lots
Yeah,
and lots of stuff.
Any saw that can saw teak can saw balsa.
Most definitely.
So it's probably just to get somebody to, you know, see if they're willing to do something like that. And I have to do some more investigation because I understand that it takes about 6 to 10 years for a tree to mature.
Okay.
And they say the longer it stays unharvested, because apparently it's a type of tree that naturally has a short shelf life and or growth time, or lifespan, I should say. The seeds scatter to create more trees, but the longer that it stays, it starts to rot and the wood becomes harder.
Oh.
So probably understanding or getting some information from somebody who cut balsa for you know, the hobby as to their process, you know. So if we could probably find out, because you just don't want somebody cutting a tree and just cutting up into pieces, and then we have some heavy boards, so that's not worth our
Well, it has
time.
to be kiln dried.
Correct.
Yeah.
So all those bits and pieces I have to find out, but I will find out.
Great. Good. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah,
Howard says, heck, you get me the wood, I'll get it dried.
I
Okay.
I knew a guy who had a balsa plantation. He died last year. So.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I think your best bet with a balsa wood is just to get together as a club and just order a bunch of it and have it shipped. It's just best way to do it. You can get hundreds of sheets like that if you want to. You just get 2-3 people with getting a nice chunk of them and call it a day. I mean, I'm just looking right now. It says
Count me in.
I mean, Some of you might not like it, but you know, it's relatively inexpensive. It says made in China, and you have balsa sheets of any size you can think of, and they even give you the option. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay, they give you the option to go
Bless you.
for light wood, which is the one that's under 120 kilograms per square meter. I don't know what that will translate to. But I think it's pretty
122
light. I think
grams per
it's
square meter. What?
it's under 7 pounds. Somewhere
Pretty
over
under
there.
7
I don't
pounds,
know
something like
what's.
that. I
Do
would
you
think
guys
that-
know what?
I think it's 6 pounds.
I mean, Sparky has a balsa density calculator on the forum.
Yeah.
And
Well-
it takes metric values as well.
Let me put you down. No, don't jump back up.
Yeah, grams per square meter is not a measure of density.
Huh?
Grams per square meter is not a measure of density. It is for
Kilograms
given
per
things.
square meter.
It doesn't matter. It's per cubic meter. It's a mass per cubic.
Per cubic meter, yeah.
Yeah. 121 grams per cubic meter. Nah, that's maybe 121 kilograms per cubic meter.
That sounds better.
Per cubic foot. All right.
Hey, Gordon Delaney, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
I was gonna join earlier and
Hi, Gordon.
off. Hi, guys.
Hey, Gordon. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Gordon.
I bought me a K77 today.
Oh,
my goodness.
congratulations.
Good boy. That's a wonderful motor.
It wasn't mine, right? I mean, I still have mine in my shop.
Well, this is brand new. I bought from Randy Smith.
Very good.
Okay,
Good
that's
for you.
7.5.
So I'm gonna convert my Tony from a 4-stroke to the K77.
How much weight you gonna lose?
Well, hopefully not too much. I don't know what they weigh. Anybody know what they weigh?
Yeah, it's in my garage. I don't know. It's I don't want to give you the wrong number, but I have it written down.
It's around 11 point something ounces. I'll go check. Hang on.
Might have to add nose weight.
Yeah.
What do you have in that, Tony? A 91 or a 72?
A 72.
Okay, you'll be all right.
Well, 72 weighs 17 ounces.
Wow.
I didn't think it was that heavy.
Yep.
Gracious. I have one of them, but it's been a long time since I picked it up.
You need a back support when you do.
Oh, I need one anyway lately.
Wow. Yeah, it's really heavy. 17 ounces.
Gordon, what fuel did you run in that thing?
I was running YS 2020.
You're in what?
YS 2020, 20% oil, 20% nitro.
Okay.
That's what they call for it.
A 20% oil. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Dave Fitzgerald, when he launched my Tony up the Nat, told Pete he thought he was going to drive me across the car mat.
Well,
mean,
David is not a big guy, and that's a huge airplane.
Yep. I mean, when it comes to life, it was a lot of thrust. Jim Hoffman said, I've launched a lot of the big pipe ships, and I've never felt one that pulled like that Tony.
Yeah.
But, I run the same pitch as a pipe ship.
4 pitch. Good gracious.
Yeah, I'd run a 13 1/4 by 3.8.
Wow. I did not know that. I knew that Paul Walker's sounded like it was turning a bunch of RPM, but I thought I was hearing things. I didn't think a 4-stroke could turn like that. But if you were doing it too, good grief.
Well, Paul Walker's run a lot more pitch. His lap times are 4.5 seconds of the Nats.
Well, yeah, they were last time. That's right.
And I was running 5.35.
I like
Gordon may-
5.25. That's where I'm comfortable.
Yeah, this
Gordon may
comfortable.
actually
That
be
is
using
very
Paul
comfortable.
Walker's
5.4,
engine.
5.5. That's very comfortable that time.
Howard, you got to repeat what you said, Howard.
Gordon may actually be using Paul Walker's engine.
Oh, okay.
Well,
No,
yeah, there's a long story there. I thought I'd lent him an engine, a 72. I had one that I was going to use, and the people went electric before I got it in service, I think. Anyhow, I thought I'd lent him an engine. I said, "Give me back my engine," and he did. And I didn't lend him an engine. Anyhow, somehow I ended up with an extra engine, gave it to Gordy. And then I found the one that I thought that was mine or something. So Gordon may have Paul's engine. I don't remember the whole story, but it has to do with misplaced engines.
yeah, the one in my Tony I bought brand new.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry about Phil Granderson's Olympic. I was standing right there when he lost it. Just no warning whatsoever. It just flat ran out of gas because he was too rich. So that was kind of sad.
Well, that's a shame.
I told him after the contest I was taking it home.
That's a shame.
It was. I mean, I felt so bad about that.
Yeah, so dim.
Yes, I'm sure he did. But
So is the plane at all salvageable, or it's no way to salvage that?
it hit straight in on the pavement.
Okay.
Just going over the top when the engine quit, come in on the lines, and unless he was about 20 years old, there's the only way he's going to save it. He just couldn't fast enough.
Okay, so K77 is 12 ounces exactly, just the motor, and the muffler is 1.4 ounces.
Oh, so that won't be too bad then.
13.4.
That'll
Just
probably
need about
get
4 ounces of weight.
Yeah, maybe I'm flying in nose heavy. I don't know. I just got tired of, you got to have the right pitch and the right diameter for a 4-stroke, and I just getting too old to deal with it.
Well, you won't have any struggles with the K77. It's just absolutely outstanding.
Well, that's what I've heard from everybody.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
It's a nice motor.
Brent Williams, the one that told me about it, he says, yeah, Randy's got one on the classified. So I looked on there, and sure enough, I got on the phone, called Randy, and
I'm coming.
I run mine with no caster and no nitro, and 20% oil, all synthetic.
And no nitro.
No
No
nitro.
nitro.
No nitro.
No, it's kind of hard to do it, but it's no nitro. I remember mine, no nitro.
Yeah. No nitro and no caster.
Yeah, that's right. No caster.
20% all synthetic, all clots.
Be back in a minute. I gotta take the dog.
All righty, Phil. Thanks.
That thing will purr like a kitten if it's got the right number of head chims in it. I think I've got 1 or 2 in mine. That's all.
Yeah, if you had told me that, I would have started out with 10% nitro, because that's
No, don't do that.
No, I'm saying that's what I would have started out.
Yeah, it's no, that's, I know. That's why I said it. Yeah, run it 0 nitro. The thing will love it.
Thank you.
And I even ran it that way at the Nats when it was hot. Ran beautiful.
That's pretty good, because usually pretty humid there at the Nats.
Yep. And you won't believe the fuel consumption.
I hope it's not over 7 ounces.
Are you kidding? Let's try 3 3/4 ounces to do the pattern.
No way.
Yeah. Honest to God. Yeah. 3 3/4 ounces, under 4 ounces to do the pattern.
Wow, that's good to know because I got a tank built for rear exhaust, you know, with a little cutout.
You can put a nice little tank in there, trust me. It will not use more than 4 ounces of fuel.
Wow.
Depending on your elevation. Like, I don't know how high where you are, but
The field were 4,400.
well, you may need to use a little more. I don't know. You'll have to try it. But I know here, mine only uses 3 3/4 ounces of fuel. Same in Muncie, it was the same.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a really smooth running motor too. Really smooth.
I like that part. What size prop are you running?
I'm running a 13.6 top flight paddle prop, an old one. Works beautiful. I could probably go to a 14 with no trouble, but it likes that 13.6, just a 13.6 Super M.
Oh, wow. I remember Kaz was running a 4-blade at the Nats the last time I saw him.
But I'm not running it on a pipe. I'm just running it on the header muffler. That's it.
Oh, that's why I'm going to be running this one.
Yeah. It's a happy motor.
Boy, I'm glad to hear that.
Okay.
You know, I've not heard nothing but good about it.
Yeah, it's good. Let me catch up on the chat box. McBride 001. He says, Mark. Is Mark still here? Yeah. Says, Mark, I got my Pampa newsletter today. It reminded me of the very first newsletters that I helped Wendy fold and mail back in the 70s.
All right.
He's referring to this here.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for the comment.
I'd like one of those.
You a Pampa member, Gordon?
Apparently not. After they went to the computer readout, I let it lapse. But if they're getting a mailing one, I'd like to get back on it.
We can do that. I'll tell you what, you give me that K77 and I'll make you a member. I'll make you a life member.
That's really a hard price to pay there, Mark.
We'll take care of you, Gordon.
Okay, maybe you could send me a email or something.
Yep, I'll do that.
Thank you.
All right, one more retread of Pampa.
All right.
There you go, Mark. You're making it happen again tonight. Look at that.
I'm telling you.
Like popcorn.
I can finally buy that new car.
No, so
Len, do you know, Randy says it's a copy of the PA 75.
Very close.
Is that what Randy says now?
That's what he told me the other.
Oh, okay. Because I remember
I can hold 2 brand new ones right up to the TV here if you want to see.
I would like to see it.
Hang on.
As long as they're not in an airplane.
No, they're both brand new in the box. Hang on.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
So guys, I did a few calculations, and if you get like 50 cells from Molicel and get one of those welders, you end up with batteries are about $6.4 per cell. So if you make a 6-cell battery, is going to cost you about $35 or something like that.
$36.
$32 for a battery pack. That includes the welder and everything that you need pretty much to make the battery, which is very inexpensive. And from that point on, the next batch will be like $5 a cell.
Right, because you already have the welder, yeah.
Yes, because you already have the welder. Now you buy on the batteries, the materials that you need, and you look like a 4-cell battery is $20. I think that's a good deal.
I think so. I bought I think I have like less than 30 batteries I purchased, and I bought the 21700s. These are the larger cell. They're larger than the 18650s. So it's like 45 amp molar cells.
Charles, I
All
just got some kind of a.
I'm gonna go. Good night, guys.
Hey, good night. Thanks for coming in, Tryon.
We're trying.
All right, cool. All right, bye-bye.
Mark just sent me some kind of little caption, wanted my email address. And I don't know how to do it like he did. So if he's
So go down right below your screen. Are you on a computer or are you on a phone or what are you on?
I'm on my computer.
Okay, down below the screen, if you move your cursor down there, you'll see chat. Not quite in the middle, but close to the center of the bottom. Do you see that?
I see chat, I think.
Yeah, click on that.
Okay.
And then you can select Mark, or you can do everyone, and you can send your address or email.
Well, it comes up with a whiteboard, iPhone, Zoom though. Did I click on the right button?
Did you left click on the or you started a screen share? That's you did a screen share. Go ahead and stop that.
Well, I've lost you now. Hang on. Looks like I'm starting over.
Yeah, it looks like you are starting over.
Yeah.
And let me end that for you. Let me end that. Okay, so we're back. So you hit the green one. Hit the one to the left of that. It's the chat. I think you
looks like a cartoon idea.
I think you hit the share button. You hit the share screen. Hit the chat.
The problem is I can't read the bottom. I can't get it to move up so I can read the bottom of what it's saying.
Oh.
I don't know why that. I should be able to scroll the screen up, but it's not doing it.
Yeah, I don't know where to scroll the screen up. I usually I can't scroll the screen up either, but when I put the cursor down toward the bottom, down toward the taskbar is when I see all these things come alive.
Do you have a taskbar showing up at the bottom of your screen?
I do, but I can't read what it's saying below that.
If you go just above that with your cursor and tap, I think the black bar will show up that's got participants and chat and share screen and record and all that on it. It does on mine. I don't know, it might not do it on yours, but it does it on mine.
It's not. Can you tell me which one I can click on? Because I can't read below it.
It looks like a gray idea capsule. It looks like the thing on a cartoon where they put the little capsule and they put words in it. And it's got a little arrow that comes down to the whatever's supposed to have said it, Snoopy or whatever. That thing's what you want to click.
Has it got a couple people kind of outlined?
No, it's right next to that.
Yeah, right next to that, to the right of it, where the people are. Click on that one.
Where the people are?
No, the one to the
right of that.
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay, I clicked on it.
Now you should be able to select everybody or Mark Wise. You can do it individually to Mark Wise and type in your info.
How do we get him on there? Click on his, Mark, can you just write it down?
Sure.
It's just Gordon Delaney at yahoo.com. And,
I can do that.
And Gordon is spelled with an A instead of an O. You have to blame the mom for that.
D-A-R-D-O-N.
D-A-M. Thanks, Howard.
You're welcome. Glad to be of help.
Thanks, Gordon.
No, thank you, Mark.
All right. Cha-ching.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody said Pathfinder.
Oh, let me make Lynn big. We can look at these new engines here.
Yeah, Lynn was going to show us something.
Here he is.
There we are. There's
that one looks familiar.
Yeah, I know. I wonder where I got that from.
Yeah.
And that's
so this is the PA 75.
Yep.
This is the K77.
Wow.
They're very close. There's
Then-
not a lot of difference. The Venturis
Then-
seem a little different. The PA seems a little beefier in the motor mounts.
Yep.
Hey, Len, is the stud coming out of the PA heavier, a thicker?
Let me.
stud? 'Cause I
Yes,
think-
it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is heavier. You're right.
yeah. Randy told me that when I was
I'm
looking.
gonna screw this out. And you guys can see.
Yeah, Len, I had a 75 and idiot sold it. It was brand new.
Oh,
Yeah, look at the difference.
Oh, wow.
And it's difficult to get now.
Yeah. So that's the deal. I don't know.
both nice motors.
Yeah, the Venturis are very different.
Len,
Yes.
I'll make you a trade.
Are they about
This.
the same height from the lugs to the top of the head?
The PA's a hair taller. Just a hair. I don't know if I can show you, but I can try.
I can see it. Yep.
It's just a hair taller. But not much. Hang on, let me get them straight here. There we go.
Yep. Looks like it's probably just in the fins there, huh?
Yeah, like it's not anything of any consequence.
No. Well, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate
You're
you,
very welcome. No problem. Anytime, Gordon.
especially about no nitro.
Thanks again, Phil.
I'm glad you could use it. My shoulders just couldn't handle it. 65 is all I can handle.
It's a very powerful motor too.
It is too. Yeah, they both are.
And I have a road jet in my Aptrix. And I took it out and put it in a Sultan with a pipe. And that thing just rumbles through the pattern. I've got a number 7 pipe that Dave Fitzgerald had Brian Ether make for him. And when he told me about it, I got a hold of Brian. He sent me one. And since then, I understand Dave went even bigger.
Wow.
Dave has a massive pipe on his airplane. He says there's only 2 of them in existence.
Probably true.
So I'm trying to find somebody who will duplicate that pipe or make that pipe. I talked to David at the Nats, but I haven't been able to find anybody who's interested in making some pipes.
Have any of you guys flown?
Because somebody has to make the mandrels and make all the
Yep.
stuff to do it.
Has anybody flown his airplanes?
Dave's?
Yeah.
I think
sure
Dennis
have.
has.
I've probably flown.
Dennis Nunes is here. Dennis Nunes has flown Dave's plane.
Yeah, I've flown.
Welcome, Dennis. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Dennis?
About 10 or 12 flights on his, but his handle he's got a small hand, and I should put my handle on him, but all these flights he wanted me to break in a 75 for him on another airplane, and it hurt my hand just hanging onto the handle because his hand was so small.
Right.
And his is all custom fit for his handle, and boy, I tell you, and it pulls like a tractor. I thought I was flying my twin for a little bit.
Wow.
The airplane flew awesome. It's just that the handle was too small. So anyway, I've been working on my Heinz 57. I go 3 steps forward and 4 steps back.
Oh.
Right now I'm working on the step backs.
Now, how long you been building planes, Gordon?
Well, since I was 9 or 10 years old.
Well, I just want to encourage Joe Mata, if you're listening, Joe. See, you're not the only one. Gordon Delaney has been building planes since he was a little kid, and he makes it happens to him too. So, be encouraged.
Yeah, this time I think it got the not a prime. It's just a coat, so the airplane is all even before you put your main color on. And I think it got a little bit thin, and the next day I went down there. I thought it looked really, really nice. And when I turned it over, here's all these little sand scratches separated. So now I got to sand those out before I can go forward again. And on one elevator, I found 2 ribs had disappeared. You know, they start on the train edge and time to get the leading edge of the elevator. I don't know. It must broke off or something, but they're gone.
Oh, they're actually gone.
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
If I push the covering down far enough, I can feel ribs still there. So I'm going to have to cut a patch out so I can replace those ribs.
Hmm.
You know, and I'm so far.
Ouch.
And I know if I didn't fix them, the judges would pick up on that immediately. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I want this to be my finest airplane. So.
Wow. Well, that's saying
Gordon,
something.
Gordon, that's a tall order, brother. I've seen some of your airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about VFC where I smashed my blank into the ground?
Oh no.
Smash your what?
My Blanca.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Howard sent me. I'm going to blame it on Howard. He sent me.
He's not here right now, so go ahead and blame it on him.
Okay.
He stepped away.
He sent me a McCoy 40, and it felt really good. So I pulled the engine that was in there out because it had never been run. And I put it in there and never even ran it. When we got down there, I fired off and I go to lean it out and it sagged. So I backed it off a little rich. And I didn't realize that from all that water, it had rusted my inboard wheel. So
no.
As soon as they released it, it just turned in at me. And
oh no.
I had Bart out there in case I needed him. And I went running back and I says, Bart, duck. Well, the lines hit him across the forehead.
Oh no.
The airplane went around. And I thought, oh, I got line tension now. And I couldn't get around him, and he flipped the lines off. Then I didn't have line tension. About the time they come tight, it slammed on the ground, and it broke the bolt plug off, broke the propeller, and just barely scratched the outboard wingtip.
Oh, gracious.
I'm surprised it didn't knock the nose wheel out because the nose wheel is mounted in the cowl. So when you take the cowl off, the nose wheel goes off of the cowl.
Oh, those always scare me.
So anyway, Bart had some toys. So we went through those. Some you couldn't even turn over. We put them on the stove and got them freed up and welded them. We found one, this feels really good. So we put that in there and went out the next day. And also got that inboard wheel loosened up. And it was one strong McCoy. That thing hauled the mail.
Mm.
Anyway, he gave me the engine. So
very cool.
I felt lucky. I still have the airplane.
Yeah, he's very fortunate, very lucky.
Yeah, Bart in the head.
You know,
yes.
Could have punched the mains up through the top of the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
It hit pretty hard, just flat, you know. And I felt very fortunate to even bring it home in one piece.
I bet.
I guess so.
So
that's all right, Gordon. You were due some good luck. I was at the Nats when the Tony went in.
Oh.
Everybody was hurt with that one went in. That thing was gorgeous. And what a big airplane. What a project.
That was an excellent flying airplane.
Yeah, it was. But man, that wind was nasty.
Yeah, I flew it there following Paul Walker, and it powered through that wind like it was 5 mile an hour wind.
Mm.
So, and I was only 5 points behind Walker, and I figured in that wind, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day is when they threw everybody's scores out. And on an official flight, the flap horn broke. You know, the upright.
Mm.
Let me interrupt. Hey, Dennis Nunez, what you been up to?
About 5'7" the last time I checked.
All right, you're still taller than me, though.
Hey, that's a good number.
No, I'm working on a plane, trying to get one done. But I went to VSC, had a good time there. In fact, I had a great time there. Look forward to going back to that one again.
How come we didn't talk to each other?
We did.
We did?
Yeah. I mentioned Brent to you to say hello to Brent for me.
Boy, what a short-term memory I have. Is that a chiseler up on your wall? On your left?
Where at?
On your
Here?
left? Yeah.
No,
You
this
big.
one of my circulars is the profile.
Oh. Well, what did you fly at VFC?
What's that?
What was you flying at VFC?
The Gladiator, the blue Gladiator, the one behind me here.
Oh, okay. I remember that airplane.
Yeah, I placed third in classic with it.
Hey, very good. That's
How does
very
the
good.
big one do?
The
There
big
was a
one,
fellow there flying a
the one Bob
big
flew. I think he placed 7th.
Who was that?
Bob Harness had the Gladiator 45.
Yeah, he had the long wing.
Yeah, that wing was long.
Yeah, his son had the short wing like yours, and I flew that one last time he was there, and I thought it flew really well. So if yours flew anything like his, you ought to be a happy camper.
Yeah, I like the way it flies. I've been having some engine troubles, but I think we got it all worked out now. So yeah, it flies really nice.
What engine's in yours?
An LA 46.
Oh, perfect.
What was the problem with the LA 46?
It had a tendency to go over the top, and I couldn't get it to run more on the rich side, and I just had to go richer than I thought I had. And once I did that, it purred like a kitten.
Very, very good. Now, do you have a new?
Plane flies good at a slow speed. I could do 5.4, 5.5 with it if I wanted to, but I like about a 5.3 lap time is what I like.
Is that a new Circulus 61 profile?
No, that's the very first profile, the Circulus electric. The one I lost in Las Vegas was the 61.
Okay, and this one here is what?
This is the 46.
46. Okay, they look alike. It's the same color scheme, right?
Yeah, well, take a look. They're all the same color.
They're all Bob. They're all Bob Hunt's color schemes.
Yeah, no, they're mine. Bob Hunt copies me.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't think Bob's gonna be sending you any royalty checks. Let me welcome Bob Gord. Thank you for coming in, Bob. Appreciate it.
Guys,
Hey, Bob.
good to see you.
Hey, Bob.
It's not your bedtime yet, so quit looking at your watch. Oh,
Is the weather still too nasty there, Bob Gord, to fly?
I might get to do it here in a couple of days. We'll just see. Yeah. Up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I'm going to be having rain, I think, Wednesday, and I might have missed my shot to fly this week.
we'd love to have rain here. We dumped 6 inches of snow in my front yard yesterday. Thankful the neighbor came across with his tractor snow blower and did my driveway for me.
Nice neighbor.
Very nice.
I just can't imagine. We haven't had even a. I think we did have a dusting one day, but I never even got to see it. It was so short lived. I never even got to see it come down. Let alone it didn't stick. Do what? Do what? It was the morning we came home, and it was gone by the time we got here. So anyway, but we haven't had any snow this year. But everybody that I know in California has just been. They don't even want to hear that dirty 4-letter word. 7 feet of snow in San Francisco, just outside San Francisco.
That's nothing.
Well, it may be nothing, but those people ain't used to.
I'm going to change the subject from weather to
Oh,
control
that's
line.
pretty.
I just finished this. You probably can't see it, but I have some abrasive grit that I put down with some clear dope. So I have some here, my hand grips, and
Is that what that is?
abrasive.
Okay.
There's some abrasive grit here and some abrasive grit here. This is a custom handle I made. It's
That's nice, Charles.
thank you. It's a little bit larger than the Brent Williams handle kit. I just took the metal out of the kit that Brent Williams supplies, but this is all my wood, and I'm making 4 of them. This is the second one, and I'm gonna have 2 more done shortly, and I'll have 4. Here's the safety thong, and I'm really loving. I mean, this fit is just like, you probably can't see it, but trust me, it is like a perfect fit. I know it's not gonna have me re-grip my handle when I do the square 8s. I'm just, I can just do that over and over again, and it's not going to have to be re-grip it. So I'm really excited about it. It's a perfect fit, and I spent a lot of time getting these grooves just perfect for my hand, and I can't even pick it up the other way. It feels so weird this way.
Oh, yeah.
It only fits one way.
You'll be surprised how much better you'll fly with just that.
That's what my hope is. I got grit back here, so everywhere my skin is, it's a great friction fit. It's just, I can't.
Well, guys like us that have big hands, those little handles you just can't get comfortable in it.
No, and I tried, and like I said, if I had the stock handle, you can see how much wider it is. It's a much, like I said, all I use is just the metal. This is all my wood.
So that's a little bit wider than a fancier handle that Brent Williams doing. It's taller.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than the Brent Williams kit. I think Brent Williams has the distance between, let me make myself big.
You are big, Charles.
Thank you. So this distance between here and here on Brent Williams is 3.5, and I made mine 3 5/8. I have pretty big mittens, and so but it's still laminated just like the kit. So there's 1/16 plywood in the very center, and then it's sandwiched with 2 1/8 inch plywood, light ply, and then 2 more pieces of 1/4 inch balsa on the outside.
So it looks like it'd be comfortable.
It is. It's I'm really looking forward to using it. I just finished it today or yesterday.
That's
Paint's
impressive,
dry.
Charles.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to fly. And each handle, I've made improvements. This is the second one, and the third one's coming, and the fourth one's gonna follow that. And I expect the last one to be the best.
Well, doesn't he make 2 different sizes on those?
Yeah, I think the larger size, if I'm not mistaken, is only 3.5 inches.
Oh.
And I made mine 3 5/8.
Yeah, I'll have to look at mine, see what it is.
Hey, Charles, if you can't wait, go out and try it now and let us know before the end of the show how it works.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been flying, in my garage with this handle.
Are you getting any better?
Yeah, a little bit. I hope it's gonna. We'll see.
All
Definitely
right.
does not get loose. I mean, that's what I noticed. And I'm hoping that it translates in better flying, better scoring.
You'll probably have more pull than you will now.
Yeah.
Well,
just a little bit.
Well, what was happening was my S311 was getting loose on me at the last contest. So the plane's getting loose, and the handle, I'm getting re-gripping the handle. So those two things, those aren't good, having those 2 issues. So I've taken care of one. I still got to fix the other issue. But they're having to re-grip my handle between maneuvers where it makes you bobble a corner or miss an intersection. Hopefully those days are over as far as the re-gripping my handle.
That's a nice handle, buddy.
Thank you.
It is.
And the next one I'm going to paint yellow because I fly on grass. So I just want it to not get lost in the grass. And also we have pedestrians sometimes that come by and I say, watch out for the lines. And I'm hoping that they will see the handle and So I'm making them bright colors for that reason.
Yeah, I wanted to find some of that yellow. I forgot the name of the lines, but anyway, the lines that are yellow.
Spectra.
Yeah, I ordered yellow. I even went back and looked at my order, and I told them I wanted yellow, 65-pound yellow. They sent me 65-pound green.
Oh God. Big
Probably didn't think
surprise.
you knew what you wanted, huh?
You know, if I were going to use a fishing line, I wouldn't mind, because the green fishing line, it works great. But
right,
man, doggone it, you put that stuff down in grass or on asphalt, and it absolutely disappears.
Right. Yeah, send me what I ordered, please.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And we have Steve Hines. Hey, Steve, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Steve, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, this is for Len. This is for Len, but anyone else who's having a hard time going to electric.
You mean make you big, Steve?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. I've seen it in the catalog. I've been meaning to
all right,
to get that.
Yep. So you can put that in your car and burn it, so your car smells like castor oil. And
oh, good Lord.
Or that, or when you put your battery in, you can just light it next to you.
Oh,
I like
that. That's good enough reason to buy it, just so you can put it in your shop and just have the castor.
Send a case of those to try and.
What it was is that I got that for Samantha. I just found it. I don't know where we did, but she said that what she missed about her first car was the Kia that we took to Brodak so many times every place else, but she missed the smell. So I got that for her, and I told her she could put that in her new car and make it smell like her old car, but she didn't. But we burned it a couple times. It does. It smells just like castor oil and cloth.
Awesome. That's awesome. I don't need it yet.
No,
not yet. I still got lots of these. Look, I still got lots. PA 75, CAS 77. We got lots of motors. No problem.
Let's put
Are they letting you fly yet?
Yep, we can fly.
Can everybody fly, or just control line?
Just control. Well, here's the issue. See, some of the clubs haven't got their certificates yet to be able to fly. We have ours. We're good to go.
Oh, good grief.
Very good.
You had to have a certificate.
Stuart would know more about the RC end of it than I do.
We got ours for our club, for the RC club.
Okay, but you have to follow all the new rules though, too, don't you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You got to put that little thing in there so that they can pick you up. And
no, we don't have to do that.
Oh, you're not like us. Yeah, I mean,
we have to register each model and put the number in, and it's just a little.
You got to pay $5 for each model too.
Yeah.
Every model you have, if you fly RC, you have to register it and pay $5.
For each airplane?
Each airplane.
Each airplane, yeah.
Well, it's better than having to carry that transponder.
Yeah.
Originally, they were talking about all the models having to carry this transponder. Oh, it's only 4 ounces. Some of my airplanes don't weigh much more than that.
Yeah. It was size and stuff. You still got to carry the transponder if you don't fly at a field that's governed or does whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got thankfully our field is covered, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But does that matter below 200 feet?
If I go to my buddy's house and fly, then that has to have the transponder.
So if you're at your own field,
but if I go to the club, then it doesn't have to have it.
Okay, yeah, that's what.
What was that? What was Chacha's question? Chacha, can you repeat that, please?
Does that matter below 400 feet?
No, not for control line, just for
no, for RC.
RC, they want you to have a transponder or something where they can track you, so they
Yeah.
can ensure that they want to ensure that you're not going to get up in the range of real plane
Real air.
traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. We went up to the farm and tried to fly up at the farm, and had a fella come by and try to fuss at me, and I'm sitting there. I'm throwing a hand launch and never getting more than 10 feet off the ground. I don't think I'm going to interfere with a real airplane. I just don't think so. Besides, there's not the closest runway I checked is Pilot Mountain. That's 25 miles. Come on now.
Well,
Oh, you got to have this, and you got it. No, you don't. No, you
Yeah.
don't. Come on, I'll show you the book.
That's the same thing where our fields are at. They're far enough away, but you still can't fly over 400 feet.
No, you're not supposed to go over 400 feet. And if you fly a sailplane, I can launch higher than that. I mean, seriously. You can do a zoom launch and you zoom to over 400 feet. The only reason I know that for sure and can say that with any kind of knowing is because I went down to Charlotte and we did it. We hit 475 feet on a zoom launch.
Yeah,
And
there's
that was
a lot of guys now that have the telemetry in there.
Yeah.
And the thing will go off when you get to like 395 feet or
Yeah,
something.
that's what they want me to get. And I'm sitting there.
But
I
they're
don't fly
showing,
sailplane off or nothing.
you know, they're showing people, hey, that's 400 feet. But if you
Yeah.
got a little airplane or a real big airplane, 400 feet looks different.
Oh yeah.
Right, for sure.
Right.
But they're afraid of losing their license or whatever the club has to get. And they're like, you know,
Yeah.
we get in trouble. It's not, you're out of the club and all this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of trouble to get it back if you lose it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't fly sailplane once or twice a year anymore. I still go down and run the clock and offer guys trying to get their LSF, work up in LSF. But I'm not gonna jump through all those hoops. I don't fly radio anymore. I fly control line stunt, and I'm just not gonna worry about it.
What I want to know is, say if you fly on the side of a mountain,
Uh-huh.
or a big hill, as you fly away,
You're over 400 feet high.
you're over 400 feet high. You might not
At the
be
lump.
above your head, but
Yeah,
if you
at the
fly
lump.
out 50
Yeah.
feet, you
You
can
see
see a
that?
whole lot more.
Well, this is why this
Hey
whole
guys,
thing's such
hang
a
on. Let me just cut the live stream. I'm gonna end the live stream. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching the program. Hopefully you got something out of it, and hopefully you will give us a like and consider subscribing and joining. And so fair winds, tight lines.